Hello, parents. I just kind of wanted to inform you of what standard we're working on this week and next week. Normally, I don't do a lesson like this for you all, but I need you all to kind of understand what we're learning in case you run across a time when you can kind of talk about it at home as well. This standard, we took our pretest, which reminds you, when we take a pretest, that is a standard that I have not tested yet. But when we took our pretest, the majority of the kids scored 0s, 25s, and 50s. I had only like 2 100s in all of 4th grade and not very many 75s. So reading that data and also understanding that it's not been taught yet, I'm seeing that there's probably a little bit of a deficit where maybe they did not gather as much knowledge about this standard in 3rd grade in order to be ready for it for 4th grade. So I just want to very quickly show you the difference between where they were in 3rd grade and where that bumps up for 4th grade, just so you all are kind of in the know. So for 3rd grade, the standard was all about describing how comparisons support points. And we're talking about the points that the author makes in the text. So in 3rd grade, they were asked to find where an author is making some comparisons, whether something is alike or unlike, and what their purpose is or what point they're trying to make by making those comparisons. I know there's writing all over the place, but if you just kind of follow along with me, this is what I did with my group this morning. So for the kids who were scoring below that 50 or below point, today in class we're going to start with an introduction 3rd grade lesson. And then we are going to work with a 3rd grade text for tomorrow and Thursday. But I'm not going to keep them on 3rd grade. I feel like they just need a real quick review. So on Friday, we're going to hit the road running with a 4th grade standard. I just want everyone to kind of understand where they were in 3rd grade with this standard. So we read a really short paragraph today about what toothbrushes looked like in ancient times and what toothbrushes are like now. There was a lot of comparisons being made just in this one little paragraph alone. And we filled out a graphic organizer. When we looked at certain parts of the text, we looked for signal words that let us know if the author was talking about something that is the same or something that is different. And then we wrote out together. I modeled the first one, and then the kids worked with me to fill these next 2 pieces out. The overall thing, right? So if it's like people today, ancient peoples wanted to keep their clean teeth. The signal word was like, and then the author is just trying to tell us that people have wanted to brush their teeth even today and even long ago. So that was just something they wanted to have clean teeth. And so we kind of went through that bit by bit. Tomorrow, they're going to read ancient toothpaste on their own. They're going to be expected to give me a short annotation. What did you learn from each paragraph? And then we are going to work together to fill out one more comparison graphic organizer. And then I think after that, we'll be ready to move on to 4th grade. So when it goes on to 4th grade, some kids are already going to go to this lesson today. We are going to just kind of look at the 3 main points with this standard. Okay, so first of all, it's identifying what does the author think, what statement or what point or what claim is that author making throughout the text, what reasons did they use to support why they think that way, and then what evidence do they use to support their reasons. So we always start off with like a little cartoon. You'll see the comparisons here. We have this little boy kind of being a brat saying, but I want a dog. And then this girl here actually supplies a point, 2 reasons, and evidence. So she has said we need a dog, which is the point. The reasons are to teach her responsibility and then to guard the home. And then some of the evidence she provides for responsibility is that she has to feed it and give it water, and she has to walk it daily. So we kind of walk through a graphic organizer, understanding the point, the reason, and the evidence. When they read the next story, all 4th graders will eventually get here. We talk about for the next story, should we explore space? Absolutely. Reading this title, we should probably already get an idea of what the author's point or claim is, because he asks the question, should we explore space? And his answer is absolutely. So we could probably just go from that title and say, okay, the author believes that we should still continue to explore space. What they're going to be asked to do is read through, still make some annotations about what information you're learning as you go. But as we work back together in small group, we're going to be looking for what reasons does Mark Lucas give us for why he thinks we should continue to explore space, and then what are some pieces of evidence that prove that they even need to do that anyway. So that's kind of where we are. Expect them to be a little bit better with their arguments whenever they come to you and tell you they need something. If they are following the standard and learning from the standard, they're going to not just tell you, I need something. They're going to need to explain why and maybe even give you some proof or evidence. If you all have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I do believe that I'm going to make one more video where I'm just going to show you all the lesson that I did with the kids yesterday, as far as how we can take this whole standard and help us write and be better persuasive writers as well. Have a great day.